hello, namaskara. Welcome to my first motor vlog ever. As you might have seen in the thumbnail, today I'm heading towards Wayanad from Bengaluru. Time is around 5 am and the plan is to go to Wayanad. The irony is that it's the only plan I made. I did not book any stays, I did not make itinerary or anything. I just want to go with the flow, hoping it turns out well, not jinxing it.
And this is going to be solo ride.
Now crossing Kaglipura, heading towards Kanakpura. Here I happened to spot a couple of bikers. And about those flags on the auto, since it is 1st November, it is celebrated as Kannada Rajyotsava here in Karnataka. The route I've chosen for this is via Kanakpura, take diversion at Malavalli, towards Kollegala, Chamrajnagara, Gunlupete, Sultan Batteri, and reach Wayanad. This is iconic Dayananda Sagar University in Kanakpura. This route is very scenic. Riding towards the mountain amidst these coconut trees feels very nice. If you are someone who visits Mysore more often, you should definitely try this route. This is incredible during early in the mornings. Looking at the sun rising slowly above the horizon and riding in empty roads like this is truly a blissful experience. Ride update clocked 100 kilometers, stopped near Malvalli.
I was cruising along and suddenly the fog came in so thick it felt like riding through clouds.
Took a small pit stop for water between Gundlupete and Bandipur and skipped breakfast. I then entered Bandipur National Park. The trees were lush green and riding under the canopy felt amazing. But somewhere in the back of my mind, I had this fear of being attacked by elephants. I heard enough stories from friends and seen many posts about elephants being common on this road. So I stayed alert, constantly scanning the sites for elephants and maybe even some deer. But unfortunately, I didn't spot any. But wait, there it was, a cute little monkey sitting right on the road. Not the wildlife I expected. But yeah, I was happy that I at least spotted a monkey. I then entered Kerala, reached Wayanad Wildlife Sanctuary. Quick ride update. It's around 10:40 in the morning, average Sultan Batheri and covered roughly 250 kilometers already.
I changed my plan. Instead of heading to Wayanad, I decided to visit a beach. The nearest one was about 100 kilometers away from Wayanad. So from Sultan Batheri, I took a diversion towards Arakkal Beach in Vatakara.
The ride has been amazing with some incredible roads. But here we go, straight into an under construction section. And eventually, I found myself riding into the beautiful Ghat roads. While everything was going smoothly, I messed up a little. I forgot to put my charger wire properly inside the bag, and half of it was hanging out dangerously close to the tire. Luckily, this guy charger packed and warned me about it. I quickly put the charger back in the bag.
And soon after, I was rewarded with this amazing view. This viewpoint is called Pakrantalam Churam viewpoint. The hills you see are Banasura Hills. Time is now around 2 p.m. I stopped for lunch somewhere 20 minutes away from Vatakara beach. It was too hot outside, so I rested for a while at the hotel. The head waiter noticed my attire and asked if I was a YouTuber. I said no. Later, while interacting, he grabbed my phone and showed me his own YouTube channel, subscribed to it, and even clicked on the bell icon without my consent. He even showed his earnings from it. Another server brought a Kannada speaking colleague thinking I was a Kannada YouTuber since I said I'm from Bengaluru. As soon as he realized I wasn't a YouTuber, he disappeared instantly. But honestly, it was fun little interaction with strangers. The best part about riding in Kerala has to be these narrow roads. They make the ride incredibly fun. After riding 355 kilometers from home, I reached Arakkal beach. I felt like riding between these coconut trees along the beach to see what lies ahead. While I was enjoying my ride, something suddenly caught my eye. It and completely stunned me. A huge Komodo dragon just roaming around near the houses. I was honestly a little scared to stop and get a closer look, so I kept riding. But that wasn't the end of it. After parking my bike and walking toward beach, I spotted another monitor lizard. I even started wondering if people here raise them and eat them like chicken. I spent some time at Adolokam beach admiring the waves. Later, I started heading towards Calcutta and found a dormitory to stay in, which is about 90 kilometers away from the beach. It felt like I was riding endlessly, but the destination just didn't seem to get any closer. I reached the stay at around 8:30. The next day at around 6:45 in the morning, I checked out of the stay and rode towards the tea estates. This is the eternal tea plantation, and riding here felt magical. It was foggy, birds chirping, endless greenery, hardly any vehicles or people, and I just followed the winding roads with my maps turned off. A peaceful ride through the tea estates at sunrise, with fresh air and the gentle fragrance of tea all around. I clicked a couple of pictures in the tea estate and then continued my ride towards Mysore. I visited the Mysore Palace and the Venugopala Swami Temple, also known as the Floating Temple at the KRS backwaters. From there, I started heading back home. This stretch of the ride felt really long and I was completely exhausted. With the poor stock headlight, it was hard to see the road clearly, which made the ride even more difficult. I finally reached home at around 9 p.m. This was my very first solo ride, completely unplanned and a little underprepared. The road tested me with fog, heat, long distances, and dark highways. But somewhere along the way, the fear turned into freedom, and I came back home carrying not just kilometers, but memories that will stay with me forever. Thank you for watching.